Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is nutrition. And I have a comment on YouTube here. It says, Marcus, please suggest a recipe of lean chicken, which is tasty as well. Okay, first off, lean chicken. So let's take the leanest chicken cut out there. That's gonna be a boneless, skinless chicken breast. Okay, a skinless chicken breast is the leanest piece of meat out there. I know a lot of people who typically don't like just a skinless chicken breast without a sauce, without something else. And in restaurants, when you get a chicken breast in restaurants, they're dousing with oil. A lot of places even brush it with butter. I've worked in a lot of places where they have like a thing of butter sitting on the side of the grill with a pastry brush in it, and every time you put a piece of meat on the grill, you keep basting it with butter and butter and butter, okay? So let's start and take it right down to the bare bones here, to the bare bones of skinless chicken breast. Okay, now if you were gonna say, I'm just gonna eat chicken breast by itself with nothing else, just a piece of baked chicken breast, you can season it with herbs, salt, pepper, but no sauce, nothing with fat in it, no oil, no olive oil on it, no vegetables with oil added, no salad with salad dressing, on it, because I know a lot of people say, well, I'll have some skinless chicken breast on a salad, on a Caesar salad, or on some other type of salad with an olive oil or an oil-based dressing. Calories are through the roof when you start adding refined oils, refined fats. So chicken breast, your best case scenario is 20% fat. People think because it's a skinless chicken breast that there's no fat in it or it's next to nothing. There's still 20% fat in a boneless, skinless chicken breast. That's your best case scenario. If you leave the skin on it, you're at 50% fat by caloric intake. 50%. Now 20% is still high in fat. That's a high fat content for a meal, especially if you're going to add other things onto it, like sauces and, like I said, salad dressing, and especially if the chef is back there basting it with butter and with olive oil and things like that. That's a lot of fat. I think when they talk about a low-fat diet, consuming a low-fat diet, 20% is the highest of the low-fat percentage side. So it's really like a gimmick to say, oh, I'm going to have this lean chicken breast. It's not lean. It's still on the highest side of the scale of a low-fat diet. So it's mind-boggling. People don't look at it that way. It's like eggs. They'll eat eggs, and it's like 65% fat in eggs. Or they'll eat chicken wings, right? Chicken wings have the skin on them, and they're fried on top of it. You're looking at like 70% plus of fat in chicken wings. This is just mind-boggling. So that chicken breast that you think that you're eating, that's on the lean side. A lot of nutritionists say, it's like smoking 1 pack of cigarettes versus smoking 2 packs of cigarettes. Skin versus no skin. White, skinless chicken breast versus red beef. They say the fat is still in the breast. That's what people don't understand. The breast is still loaded with fat inside on a molecular structure, on a molecular level, on a cellular level. The fat is in the breast. You're not going to get that either. It's not going to happen. But when you look at like chicken breast that's lean like that, at 20% fat, what's bacon? What's a pork chop? What's a strip steak? What's a burger? I mean, so it's mind-boggling to think the amount of fat that the food that Americans eat. It's just totally mind-boggling. You don't need any of that. People say, I'm going to eat fish, right? I'm going to have fish and this and that. You know what? I don't eat fish. I don't eat fish because of all the contamination, I just read an article the other day that fish is the #1 place to get heavy metal contamination, like mercury and other heavy metals in fish. I don't know of any ocean that is pristine and clean anymore. I just don't know those oceans, and that they're really not out there. We have screwed everything up. We have totally screwed everything up, and now the West Coast is just totally screwed. The Pacific because of Fukushima, the Gulf oil spill. There's been oil spills in Alaska. There's been oil spills in France. There's industrialization all over the globe. In Italy, they go out and they dump all these toxic metals in the ocean. And a lot of other countries they do that too. They just go out to a certain point and just dump barrels out into the ocean. The ocean is screwed. Our food supply is screwed. Now what happens when you're consuming fat, now if you're not eating organic chicken, and you're eating a conventional chicken that's been fed crap and all that arsenic-laden drugs and all that other stuff that's in their feed, the fat is where everything is stored. The fat is where the heavy metal deposits get stored. The fat is that perfect carrier for all the toxins in your food. So on top of it all, you're eating a high-fat diet, and the more the fat you have, the more the toxins you're bringing in. So fish, chicken breast, skinless chicken breast, I don't think of those as any viable options. For me, my best option is going on a high carbohydrate, high starch diet. If you're interested in true health, and you're really interested in foods that our body can handle in abundant quantities, I would read Dr. McDougall's The Starch Solution by Dr. McDougall. The Starch Solution. It is a phenomenal book, and it teaches you how to eat unlimited amounts of potatoes, unlimited amounts of rice, unlimited amounts of all these high quality starches. He doesn't like to call them carbohydrates, he likes to call them starches, because when you use the word carbohydrates, you confuse a lot of people, because candy is a carbohydrate, right? Candy is a carbohydrate, white bread, Wonder Bread's a carbohydrate. But you look at all these carbohydrates, they're such poor quality carbohydrates. So McDougall makes that distinction from a high quality starch or starch to a carbohydrate. Now I love fruit, and I eat a ton of fruit a day. I probably ate 8 bananas today, a lot of figs, a lot of dates, about 2 or 3 pears. I just love fruit. In the summertime, I'll eat the whole watermelon. Right after one of my runs, I'll come back and like a nice sized watermelon. I'll eat the whole watermelon. I'll eat 2-3 cantaloupes. I've been known to eat 13-14 pounds of cantaloupe in a day, sometimes 5 pounds of cantaloupe in a single sitting. So I don't eat foods that restrict myself. And I see a lot of these diets where you have to do all this calculating, and you have to restrict and this and that. You eat a high starch, high quality, high carbohydrate diet, there's no calorie restriction. You just eat freely. You eat as you want. In fact, they say to eat more. Eating more is better on these diets, because so you're satiated and you're filled up with all these nutrients. So chicken breast, it's not quite low fat like you think it is. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely pass it on.
I can't stop it tonight. This epidemic, I'm trying to fight. Blood pressure's rising now. It's in the danger zone. Somebody help me, I'm about to go terminal. It's an epidemic, all